I was poking around on YouTube and I came across some videos of real estate agents that were putting videos out about the iBuyer phenomenon going on right now. Some people call them disruptors. I kind of call them, they've always been around. They've just got much better branding and marketing right now. Anyways, I was reading some of the comments and it really seemed like the public was not trusting what the realtors were saying very much, because they were saying things like, well, you're a real estate agent. Of course, you don't like the iBuyer. How can we trust your review? So I'm a real estate agent. So I hope that you're not thinking that I'm just doing this video to harp on the iBuyers, because I'm not. But I figured I would give you a real world example of an offer that happened on my own personal listing from an iBuyer just a few months back. We could go over the numbers and you make up your own mind. So let's talk about the iBuyers. Let's get into the business here. This is an offer from an iBuyer. I've had to redact this document because I'm bound by law to keep my seller's information private, and I'm actually going to keep the iBuyer's information private too, because in 20 years of selling real estate, I've never had to go to court, and I don't want to start now. But anyways, you guys all know who it is anyway. So we have an offer here. Now this actually is a little bit different than your normal iBuyer offer, because normally the person who wants to sell their house would go on the iBuyer's website, put in their address, and they would get an offer in like 24 or 48 hours. Since this home was listed, they actually made the offer to me because I was my listing, so it went through the MLS. So here's the caveat here. Because they did this, they have a brokerage here, so this is the correct way to do it. They would be entitled to the full 3% buyer's commission, buyer's agent commission. So keep that in mind. So anyways, the house was listed at $396,900, and we have an offer here of $358,500. So obviously my seller didn't like this, he rejected it, but either way, let's go through it. So they're offering $358,500, okay, and they only wanted to give us $1,250 earnest money, which is super low. But since we were just rejecting it, it was no big deal. We didn't counter it. Total offer $358,500. I'm sorry. And there's no loan application, no appraisal contingencies. It's a clean cash offer, like most of them. They're not asking for any personal property, which is standard. And this was the escrow information that they like to use, their escrow company. Buyer's due diligence is right here. Basically, this says that they want to do a home inspection and they have 15 days to do it. Well, that's cool. Normally, a buyer would do their home inspection probably in 7 to 10. If I would have countered this offer, I would have said, do it within 10 days, guys. You know, come on, dance or get off the stage. But anyways, they wanted 15 days. All right. This is standard boilerplate, Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors, standard purchase agreement. So all this stuff in here is the same in pretty much every offer. It's just the stuff that's typed in that we look at. And basically this says that they're paying for their own inspections, which is typical, okay? That's normal. And split the escrow fees 50-50. That's also typical. There's no lender's title policy because there's no lender. And the seller will pay the owner's title policy, which is typical, and the seller will pay the real property transfer tax, which is typical again. So basically, in this offer, they made an offer through the MLS, and it's, you know, they're paying their closing costs, and the buyers are paying their typical closing cost, okay? They're not asking for a home warranty. That's $400. That's cool. They want the seller to pay all the common interest community / HOA transfer fees. That's kind of negotiable, but okay, they asked for the seller to pay for it. And they want to do a walkthrough and delivery of of the keys in possession of the home will be close of escrow right here. This is all normal stuff right here. Nothing crazy here. All right. So we get down, and these are just abbreviations that are used, explanations of what they mean in this section. Sorry, guys. So here's where it got kind of interesting. There's an addendum attached, and it was their addendum. So it's part of the offer. Okay, fine. The rest of the stuff is normal everyday stuff that we see all the time in just about every transaction. So nothing crazy there except for the price was low. Now here is kind of where it gets kind of funky, because seller agrees to credit the buyer the following at closing costs for a service charge of $89.6250. So for simple math, we're going to call that $9,000, $89.6250. We're only $37.50 away from $9,000. So, you know, keep in mind that this would not be the end of the world, this number here, except for they're already getting 3% buyer's commission because it was a listed property and offered through the MLS. And that's about 12 grand. So 12 and 9 is $21,000. Starting to get a little expensive here. So at the end of the day, their offer price was $358.5. All right, right here, $358.5 plus their $9,000 service charge. Well, that pretty much brings a net offer of $349.5. Now keep in mind I had this listed at $396.9. So let's say it was $397. So the seller saw this, and you know, of course he didn't agree to it. But this is a real offer. I'm not making this up. But like I mentioned, people like to, you know, leave bad comments, because anybody that is disputing these guys' claims that they pay fair market value. I mean, hey, maybe it is easy, and maybe they make it simple, and maybe you can choose your closing date. That's all wonderful. But when when they start to say that they're paying fair market value, you know, somebody's got to raise their hand and go, wait a minute, guys, you know, I'm not seeing that, and I'm personally not seeing that, especially from the one that they made on my listing. So I would just say, sellers, beware. I mean, it's these iBuyers are so well funded with Wall Street money, and they're not stupid. They're a for-profit business, and you know, so sometimes I think it's like packaging your house up and taking it to a pawn shop. So you know, I want everybody to be really aware of what's going on. I mean, I know people hate to pay real estate commissions. They hate it. But at the end of the day, if it gets you more in your pocket, shouldn't it be something that you consider? I sold my client's listing for $397,000 about a week after we received the offer from the iBuyer. The spread between the iBuyer's offer with their $9,000 service fee and what he paid with me by listing it on the open market was $47,500. Now, folks, that's how much more he put in his pocket than if he would have accepted the offer from the iBuyer. And don't forget, your initial offer is very rarely what is actually paid, because after they do their home inspection, it's common knowledge that they will ask for a lot of repairs in most cases. So I'm just making this video. I want you to be careful. iBuyers, if you've got to sell quick, like tomorrow, it may be an option for you. But wherever you're watching this from, most experienced real estate agents have a pocket full of investors that will actually pay more than the iBuyers will for your house. So keep that in mind. I'm not here to try to woo you either way, but I just wanted to give you some real world numbers. This really happened, and it's the real deal, and it's the truth. Thanks for watching. God bless.